Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be a chatty video. This video was inspired by the lovely Dior, and she's also here on YouTube. She is the founder of Pepper Your Talk. Some of you may not know is that I am actually a freelance makeup artist. I've been doing makeup for 5 years now. I'm self-taught and I'm self-taught and I specialize in bridal makeup. So I've been doing this for some time now, and this is how I make my living. This is how I generate income, and I also do YouTube on the side. But as you guys know, I've been a really bad YouTuber. I'm not really consistent with my uploads, but I'm back in full force. But yeah, so I do makeup and I also do YouTube. Now from the beginning, makeup wasn't necessarily something that I wanted to do full time. I went to university, as you guys know, and I did study English and journalism. I love to write, I love to read. I don't know if you guys watched my university advice video. I had dreams of being like this beauty editor for like Elle magazine or something like that. But when I started to do makeup, I did it as a thing on the side, because I started doing it on myself, and a lot of people used to approach me and just be like, oh Jen, I love your makeup, can you do my makeup? And literally just took off from there. So I started to realise that, you know what, I actually really enjoy this. It's really big now, but I kind of started doing makeup when it was just becoming a thing, especially within the African community. Weddings were really becoming a big thing. Like, people do weddings, like people have always been getting married, but it wasn't until like maybe like 5 years ago where it was a big deal to have like a hairstylist and a makeup artist. So, you know, there was a demand for it, so I was getting booked a lot and I was making good money. So I was like, you know what, I want to do this full time. Now I finished uni and I wasn't looking for a job, and my dad, for some reason, with African parents, the only path or the only road to success is lawyer, doctor. In fact, just lawyer and doctor, that's what you have to be if you want to be successful. I don't know why a lot of African parents think that way. I'm not going to say all African parents think that way, because I'm sure there are some that don't, but a lot of Africans are very education, and that's it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a lawyer or a solicitor or a doctor or whatever. Those are all fantastic jobs, but that isn't the only way or the only route to success. So for me, it was such a big struggle trying to get it across to my parents that, you know, I'm a creative person. I am a creative, and I don't see myself, and again, there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, but I don't see myself doing that. Like, it just isn't me. And you know what, it was kind of rough in the beginning because I felt like I didn't have the support of my parents, especially my dad. Even up until now, I'll be honest with you guys, I mean, he kind of tries to support what I do, but I know that he doesn't 150% support it, and I don't even know why I'm getting emotional, because this was not meant to be an emotional video. Awkward. But yeah, I know he doesn't, and you know, it's okay. You shouldn't expect people to kind of understand where you're coming from, because the vision or the dream wasn't given to them. I know where I want to go, I know where I want to be, I know what I see myself doing in the future, and I know what God has called me to do on this earth. So it's okay if other people don't understand, because honestly, it's not their duty to understand, if that makes sense. So my advice is just to kind of go for it and just do whatever makes you happy, obviously with caution, because sleeping and laying in bed all day could be something that makes you happy, and obviously you don't want to do that. But the point I'm trying to make is that in life, you know, you can't always live life pleasing people. Of course our parents, you know, they want the best for us, and you know what, they want us to be successful. Like, I know that my dad, it only wants the best for me. He wants me to be a successful person, and I completely understand where he's coming from, doing it out of, you know, hatred. Even my mum tries her best, like, she's so sweet. Mums are more lenient, I think, and mums are more understanding. She kind of gets where I'm going, and she's more open because she's seen, you know, the industry, and she's seen the YouTube world, and so she kind of understands a bit more. I know that sometimes she wishes that I took a different path, but like I said, I can't expect them to understand, and I know my parents love me, but everyone has a unique purpose in life. Everyone has been placed on this earth for a reason. The Bible says that before you were formed, I knew you. God knows the number of hairs on our head. We've all been assigned a specific purpose, and honestly, it's up to us to go for it and do what we... Why are there still fireworks? It's November, I don't get it. Sorry. What was I saying? yeah, we've all been assigned a purpose, and we've all been created to do a specific thing. Each and every one of us have been brought to this generation for a time like this. I've always thought to myself, why wasn't I born, I don't know, 15 years earlier or 15 years later? And it's because God wants me in this era, in this time, for a specific reason. You know, I have a vision, I have a destiny, I have a purpose assigned to me, so it's up to me to fulfill that. So I just wanted to encourage you guys that even if your parents don't, you know, 150% support what you do, don't be discouraged. Keep going, keep pushing, keep striving. It's not always going to be easy in the beginning. Yes, I was getting paid a really decent amount when I first started makeup, but being self-employed fluctuates. Sometimes you have times where you are paid, and sometimes you have days where, you know, your bank account is not looking very tantalizing. I have not been the best at planning, I'm gonna admit to you. It's only recently that I've kind of started to put my head down, because I'm like, hey Jen, you're getting old now. You're gonna be 25 soon. It's time to be serious. Like, I've always known what I wanted to do, but I haven't always been consistent at working at it. But now I'm kind of like, okay, you know, you're getting old. Set goals and tasks for yourself for the week. Like YouTube now, I've said to myself, I always have to try and make sure, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what my schedule is like, I have to try and make sure that I film at least 2 videos a week. I have to make sure that I go through my emails and send invoices, because there was a time where I was not on top of things. You guys could clearly tell, I mean, I wasn't uploading videos. I was ignoring a lot of my emails. I was kind of just depressed. I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was going through some other personal issues, but you know what? Life is too short, guys. Life is meant for living. Follow your dreams. Don't live your life for people. At one point, I kind of felt ashamed. People would ask me, you know, what do you do? And I kind of felt ashamed to tell them what I did, because I kind of feel like society kind of has programmed our minds into thinking that there's only one way to success, and there's like a prototype, and if you don't fit into that mold or that prototype, you're not successful. I kind of found myself being embarrassed to say that actually I am a makeup artist, or, you know, I'm an online content creator. And I kind of had to check myself, like, no, hang on a minute, Jen, you know that this is what you do and you enjoy it. Friends, and you know, not all of them, okay, I won't say my friends, let's say acquaintances, they kind of look down on me because, you know, I don't go to an office every single day. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. Most of the times I am working from home. Just because I work from home does not mean that, you know, I'm less of a person, or, you know, I'm not as successful as you. Don't ever let anyone make you feel bad for pursuing your dreams or going the non-conventional route. Don't ever put yourself down because you're not doing what this person is doing or what that person is doing. I've said it before in one of my videos, and you know, I say this all the time, that comparison is the thief of joy. If you compare yourself to someone else, it's inevitable, you will get sad, but you need to remind yourself that that person has been called to do this, I have been called to do that, you have been called to do something completely different as well. Focus on your path, run your own race, do what you were called to do. Just because that person is successful in what they do, don't now go and copy them and say, okay, me too, I want to do this. Because everyone has been called to do different things. So kind of find out what you have been called to do and work towards it and run with it. Yes, people may not support you in the beginning, but when you're successful, when you're hot, when you're popping, then they're going to want to holler at you. I'm so sorry that this video is like all over the place, but I do hope you guys found it useful, and I do hope that, you know, you were able to pull something from the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye.